everybody. How are you doing? I'm Dr. Gail. This is Susie and Nancy Jean. Yay, Nancy Jean. She's here to do a 12-month reading on Susie, a demonstration on Susie and me. And she'll be available to do those readings if you can go to her website, Nancy Jean's Garden, and sign up
for. My website's Crystal Directions.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Crystal.
I made the mistake of not keeping everything the same.
Yes, that's right. Crystal Directions. Go ahead, Nancy. You tell them what it is.
It's Crystal Directions, and there's an S on the crystals, and there is an S. There it is. If you go there, it will take you to a store. And when you go to the store, it has all the kinds of readings I have. It has the eggs. It has the grids, whatever you want to see. And it's all there, and you can check it off and, come over and spend some of your Christmas stocking money.
Yeah, we'll go over that again at the end of the show. But first, I want to say hello to a few people. Hi, Roanna. Hi, Lyra. Hey, Teresa. Let's see who else is here.
Hypnicity.
I just lost it. Mama Bear. Let's see who else is here. Hey, Ingla. Hey, White Dragon. Hey, Chris MK. Hey, In-Car. And my dog, Dream Journey 1. Hey, Tina. And, my dog's going to make some noise. She's wanting to go outside. And the yard that I have for her in the backyard is snowed above her, and it's now ice. And she has this little bitty pathway to go out. So as soon as we finish, I'll be taking her out somewhere. But right now, I don't know why she's so anxious to go because it's a little early for her. But anyway, so first off, we're going to do the reading. Do you want to do me or Susie?
Well, I'll do you because you're the one that's up now, and this is your 3. What I do when I do a 12-month reading is before you come, I spend a little bit of time thinking about getting your energy in. And what I got in for Dr. Gail, this is the past, this is right now, and this is the near future. And her past is the lovers, and she's had to make choices from her heart, and they've been deeply emotional. And the archangel who's watching over her happens to be standing on a mountain, which I think is totally appropriate.
Yes.
And then right now she's in a state of great learning. This is a page of coins in a traditional deck, and it's an excellent opportunities that will be offered to you, scholarships, and get to work.
Well, get to work.
I know. It's just saying right now. But then your out card is really nice. It's the 3 of Ariel, and that means you're in your workshop, and this is the 3 of coins, and you're cranking stuff out, and it says, do what you love, and there's time for great personal growth in the years to come, and you are dealing with life in a most responsible manner.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. Now, are these the 3 cards like January, February, March?
This is just you right now.
Oh, me right now. Okay.
This is right now. So I think that all fits with where you are. And I'm going to do Susie's 3-card reading because I need to put these cards back in the deck to do the 12-month reading. So for Susie, follow your heart, a love of home and family. You're trustworthy and loyal and good with information, which means she can run the computers when we can't.
Yeah,
right now, though, this is a great card. You're in the Wheel of Fortune, and when it's like this, it means fortune's moving forward toward you. You're going into a series of new beginnings. Things that have been delayed are going to stop, and there's going to be a complete change of direction. That's very positive for you. And I love your outcome, the Empress.
Wow. Oh, Susie. Wow, look at those cards.
Time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious and abundant resources are coming to you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So now we're going to mix these in. Now, the way a 12-month reading goes is I lay out the 12 months on the table.
I'm going to start writing it down.
Yes. And I suggest people write down their notes because what happens is I find they tend to hear the thing they need to hear. Whereas I could babble on forever about things that might not even really be relevant. Can't imagine that, can you, Dr. Gill?
Thank you, Vivian. Hey, Ingla. Hey, Sharon Side. I'm not sure all I've missed, but hey, Mama Bear. Thanks for joining us today. This is exciting. And after we do these readings, then we will take the questions from the chat. So
Mhm.
y'all can ask
Okay.
questions.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to I've cut the cards and everything. So this is January, February, March, April. Tell you what we're going to do. That. So I've got to put 3 rows of this. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Oops. If I could learn how to put the cards on the table, it'd probably be helpful. Then I'm going to put little modifiers, and this is from a deck called Hanson-Roberts, and it's a very kind of more fairy tale, not as heavily designed as these. And when you each of these months, what it says, it kind of gives you an idea of the energetic patterns of these months. And this card is the one that says what helps or hurts you. Each month that you get a major arcana in, that's an important month. That means a lot of energy is pouring into that month. If you get a month with an ace, then that's a new beginnings, and the new beginnings will be about whatever the ace symbolizes, and then that also can be modified by the little cards. So
Okay. So which cards are you using to do the 12-month readings?
This is Radley Valentine's Archangel Power Tarot.
Okay.
And none of your months will be read in reverse. They will simply be read as they are.
Okay.
Hanson-Roberts can be read in reverse or straight up, whichever way. Okay. Got your pen out, Dr. Gail?
I'm ready. I've always got my pen out.
January. Movement. Knight of Michael. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion and sudden changes. And some of these changes you're not going to be happy with, Dr. Gail, because you're the Queen of Swords like I am. And you're upside down about this. It's a strong, committed, intellectual, and diligent. But some of the new assignments you're getting, you're going to have to move quickly on and catch up on really fast. January is going to be a very full month. February, Ace of Gabriel. Remember what I said about aces, and that's the Ace of Wands, and it's leading you to some changes, to a complete transformation. I guess you'll still be taking my phone calls when all this happens, but it's a gift of passion and opportunity and inspiration, a chance to do something amazing. Now, how could you do anything more amazing than what you do?
I don't know. My gifts that they give me are amazing.
I know, and you're getting some more. March. Okay. This is the Two of Swords. And the way the Two of Swords is 2 unicorns crossing horns, and it will be better if you just make a decision, don't overanalyze the problem, and find a compromise to move forward, because you're going to feel overwhelmed.
Well, I'm going to say probably by March I'm going to be overwhelmed with the winter.
Yeah, you're probably about March. You're going to say, I don't ever want to see another snowflake.
I'm out of here.
Look at, they're out in the snow. They're out with Jezebel in the backyard. March. April. Well, it's all you have so many major arcana. You're going to be the magician. In April, you're going to have it cut. You manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful new beginnings. And that's when you're going to meet up with those people you keep thinking you need to meet up with up there.
Okay, not until April. Okay.
Yeah. April. Let's see what your May is going to be like. Oh, okay. You're going to be planting, because you've met those people, you're going to be planting seeds. You have invested wisely. Have patience, and all of your crops will show up. And look what he's holding. He's holding a magnificent quartz crystal wand.
Oh, wow.
And Ariel is standing behind him in her female form, which most angels people think are. And that's when you're going to come in. Remember, over here, you're the Queen of Swords and you're trying to push things and make them go. By May, it's just going to all fall into place for you.
Good.
Let's see what June brings. Ooh, another major arcana. Girl, you're going to be so tired at the end of this year. Determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of your success by others, and it's crossed by the sun. Man, I just want to stand next to you in July with those kind of cards.
Is that June or July? That's June, isn't it?
June, that's June. Okay. It's right after May, after you finally accepted everything. Oh, but then comes July. I don't want to be standing next to you in July. Actually, it's not bad. The Ten of Michaels, this is the Ten of Swords in a traditional deck, but I would much rather see it be as the swan song and you just back out and say, the situation's ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will follow. Put some of the past behind you. I think some of what you've been assigned to do there, you're going to really finally give up. I mean, it's just not going to be there anymore because they're pushing you too hard. They can become trying to do all that stuff can scatter you too much and you don't want to get chained to it. So then what's going to happen in August? Your life's so exciting. Okay. Yep. You got 2 sevens. There's a better course of action. And if you look at this card, there's a guy standing in the crossroads, this little guy over here. Archangel Michael's pointing out, go where the sun is, don't go down that dark path. And it says, this is when you're going to quit working so much alone because the stress of trying to hold everything together, you've given up the illusion I can handle all this on my own, or they've given it up for you. But you're going to you're going to work with others. You're going to start working more collegially with others. Not that she's not collegial, guys. It's just some of them spaceships get crowded.
I was going to say, it must be them because I realize it.
Yeah, well, they're going to finally give up on it. And September's going to be a holding time. You're going to have moved forward. You've shifted this stuff out. You've had all these glorious ideas coming to you. You've decided you need to get rid of stuff. And you're going to get rid of the delusions and pick people to work with. So you get to the 8. And this is the 8 of Cups. And this is something better is waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. You're on a spiritual quest. Well, we already knew that part. But that's where you know you are, but you're going to be sitting still in September a little bit internally, trying to figure, your head and your heart are going to be fighting. Okay. And you're going to figure out which way to go. Okay. October. Oh, well, you're going to figure it out by October for damn sure. You got divine guidance. Search for your meaning in life. Consider the alternative approach. Surround yourself with those who are your best teachers and friends. So that may be looking at another winter because it shows you trying to get out of there. No, it shows a lot of movement for you.
I think I've already got them to allow me to leave next winter.
Okay, good. And okay, but it's going to worry you because when you get away from the energy of that mountain, you're going to feel it. You're worried, but your worry's unnecessary. Focus on the thoughts of the outcome you desire. Believe your feelings are right. That's the 9 of Swords. And this guy's there. And what we do in the 9 of Swords is we invent our own problems and pull them into our subconscious. And it's going to be take action. Do what you know you need to do. Don't get stuck in internal meditation because it's just going to draw you further into that. Then you're December. Whoa. Okay. You are going to go to a new place. And look, it looks like South Carolina. It's got nice sandy beaches.
Well, that's exactly what I said. Next December, I'm going to leave for the winter.
Okay. Make bold, ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people whom you share the same vision. So you kind of see you're all like in one of your little spaceshipy bubble things, But the other thing is, it's because you really don't feel like you have control of your life. I'm sorry, I'm just not used to where this camera's placed. Right. You really don't have control of your life where you are. So what I see, your big months are, I'm going to give you the Knight of Swords. January, February, you're going to be given your new assignments, going to lead you to changes. And April is going to be huge for you. But the biggest one is June, where you have the Chariot. I think by then the whole path for the rest of the year will be set. That's one where you're being driven by Archangel Metatron and you're going into the sun. So I think that's your biggest month. Then you have major arcanas don't count when they're in the modifying cards. I think that's when you're going to realize what things you need to kind of close down. So you've got, and August is going to be kind of a getting rid of the delusions and picking, and that's when you're going to meet some of those partners. And then by September, you're going to be figuring out how you're going to pack up and get out of there. October, you're going to be really settled in and knowing how to work with your energies wherever you end up. So your biggest months are January, February, April, and the dynamite one is June. And I'm trying to look at the pattern of numbers. You've got a scattering of numbers, so I don't think the number is, sometimes somebody will have like 5 sevens in their spread. And then I'll tell them, you're going into a different kind of spiritual quest, but that's not, you don't have any one set of numbers. You just have this incredibly spectacular month. The rest of them are good because they're just talk about your internal dialogue and how to move across and how to move yourself forward and get what you want from it, but serve the purpose you're here for. Okay.
All right, that was pretty good reading.
Mm-hmm.
Got to sit still in September.
Yep. September, you got the I'm out of here card.
It's probably going, okay, how many more months before I'm out of here?
No, you just need to go. I just tell people, look at these as guidance points. And when people report back to me, they'll say, oh, that I remember this one woman, and I kept telling her she was going to get some inherited money. And she said, there's no one in my family to inherit from. And she ended up getting some money from an uncle she didn't know, who ended up, he never had kids. And she didn't know him very well because her family's not one of those tight-knit families that has holidays together. And she inherited money. And so she came in and she said she inherited money from him, and her company was during COVID. No, it was after COVID. No, it was right before COVID. But her company offered her a payout because whatever business, she was in some kind of catering business, and it was not doing as well. And she was their longest term employee. So she said they gave her an extremely generous settlement. And she said, with the way things are looking, it was better for her to leave than stay. So now we're looking at Miss Susie. Just imagine what your 12-month reading would look like a year ago, Dr. Gail.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Could be kind of
over the U.S.
And like I tell people about 12-month readings, forewarned is forearmed. If you see something coming up, like one person I read, and they had a month that the month is like a month of warning, and then the card on top of it was fights, but false fights. And sure enough, they ended up in a fight within their family that month, and they told me that it ended up being kind of good because it got a bunch of stuff out of the way so they could move on with their life. But let's see, one more shuffle for Miss Susie. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. And in case you're wondering, yes, I am just that slow. I have to say them every time or I'll miss a card. September, October, November, December. One time when I was doing 9 candles the first 2 days, should have been 8 candles. So I take counting and making sure I'm getting the right numbers seriously. I don't have to say it now because I know I've got the right number of cards.
So this is extremely interesting. I had no idea how you do 12-month cards.
Well, I do it for 3 months. I made Scott do it one Sunday because my guides had told me in the middle of the night, you need to look at the next 3 months. And it was October, November, and December. And it was real interesting. Okay, but we're into Suzanne's life. Oh, girl. Lovers. You know what the lovers really means? It means making a choice. In the original tarot decks, it was called the choice. And then ultimately it expanded to the choice of being with someone. But what this one reads is make choices from your heart. Make commitments from the power of love. And it's got something to do with a new beginning you're not certain about a new place, a wands or enterprise and entrepreneurship. So that's your January. What's happening with your family? Oh, okay. You got the moon. And I love this card. I mean, the essence of the moon is it's sort of the dark places of ourself we don't want to look at. But she is my archangel. That's Archangel Haniel. And the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition, which you got from the month before, make the choice from your heart to get accurate guidance, face your fears, and grow stronger. And you're really afraid of being hurt by whatever this decision is. You got the 3 of Swords going through the heart. I've had a friend who's had open heart surgery twice, and he said, I hate it when you pull that card. I could understand why.
Yeah.
You're okay. So you're going to be confronted with some choices, and in February, you're not going to still be sure, but you are going to be given a position where you can learn and where you can seek new information. It's an excellent opportunity offered to you, scholarship or the pursuit of new knowledge, time to get to work. And your modifier is the 2 of Cups. You're going to meet someone or fall into some situation that's going to really, you're going to tie yourself with, and you're going to feel really strongly about it. What happens to you in April? Oh, and this is going to free you from where you've been. And you're getting a lot of 2s, a lot of new stuff coming in. You can be free. You just need to make the courageous choice, change your situation. And sometimes when you're making this decision, you don't see it really clearly. But if your heart says to go for it, then don't let that, I can't see how this is going to work, because this is you going to a new enterprise. This is another 2. This is a 2 of Rods. And then May. Yeah, you got a lot of good stuff coming. You got May, you got the 4 of Gabriels, which is a 4 of Rods. You got so many rods in here. You have got to have a new enterprise coming into your life. Time for celebration, abundant rewards for your hard work. Release yourself from former burdensome situations. And what you got is the Ace of Swords. It's a truth teller. I think you're going to be able to speak your own mind when you go to this new situation. June. Wow. Okay. You get an epiphany in June. This is your strongest thing. And this is where you become the profitable one. And the epiphany means joy through spiritual growth for the light. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. So this is what you've been building up to in this. Is coming up to this point. And there's the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is a powerful woman, a substantial woman, a woman who's careful at planning things and getting things done. So, and I think that's you. I think,
Well, I'm going to ask you a question.
sure.
She's having a epiphany card, and she's got it in June, and also my June is the big month.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know where the two of you are going, but apparently you're going together.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like to me, well, what you're saying is that we're doing something together.
Yeah, you may be able to do something together, but I can tell you for everybody who's watching this, everybody who's June I've looked at, it's been a completely stellar change in their life.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
It's universally that, but I really do see the two of you doing more stuff together anyway. And here comes another ace, new beginnings, and it's the Ace of Raphael. It's the Ace of Cups, a positive, new, emotional experience, fulfilling, romantic relationship. Well, I don't think the two of you are going there, but I don't know. Deep and lasting spiritual insight. She didn't want to go live in the snow either. And what's happened is you're going to be offered something, and it's something you may have been offered before, but you rejected it, and this time you're going to choose to do it. And that's going to be the beginning of new emotional relationships. And then you're going to have and part of what's going to be going on here is you've been doing it up here. You've been splitting away from something that didn't serve you. But by August, you're really going to be out of there and release all attachments to outcome. Consider taking a more uplifting position. But what you've got is, I think you're going to do it because you got the Chariot on top. So when you have a chance to really ride away from all this emotionally and spiritually, you're going to be ready to go, and you're going to pack up that vehicle and be gone. Oh, how wonderful. Your September is the sun.
my gosh.
Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking, and you're going to be in a position where you're going to be inspiring others. And look, it's because you've opened up your heart. You got the Ace of Cups. Great September. And you had a card in the same place. It was 1 month over. This is a Two of Gabriel for her in October. And that's making bold decisions, making ambitious choices, great progress. It's just an absolutely marvelous card, and you walk along with somebody, and it's because you finally come to the judgment you need. You finally have decided how to handle it. And the judgment is when those parts of you get pulled out of you and brought into the light. And so October's going to be magnificent. But then again, I don't know what is you, Miss Susie, but you got the Three of Michael, which is like the Three of Swords, and it's release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. And what I see is it's stopping you from making the leap you need to make, because this is the Fool. And the Fool means the leap. So you've had two of those. The Three of Swords was up here. You need to, this is where you're forewarned in this reading. Don't get tied up in your own mind mess. Move forward and be aware when thoughts come in that you feel could end up limiting you. Just say thank you for sharing and move on. Don't carry those with you. And then December, well, I think you're going to do it because you got the Ace of Coins. You got aces, girl. Anyway, you got the good ones too. It's your lucky day. New energies, money, time, and support. All the changes you've made are moving you to a new promotion, and you got it by your own hard work, by what you understand how to do. So your important months, because the major arcanas, are January and February, and then June, and September. And then your ace months are August. That's where you have the opening of your heart, and December is when you need to open up your wallet because all that money's going to come pouring in. So you've got 3 aces on here. You have so many, and it figures because your other this is where you can see the numbers. There's a couple of bigger numbers here, but you've got lots of 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s. And when you have, there's a 3. when you have numbers that are in the lower numbers, when you have more of those, it means you're more towards the beginning of this cycle. If you have a lot of numbers that are in the middle of the 10 cards, that means you're midway through this journey. And if you got lots of 10s and 9s and stuff, it means you're at the end of it. And I mean, I like to see 4 or more in the 12 because there's 24 cards here. And you have, and your 2s are great 2s. They're coming together. They're starting new things, building new things. You've got, where's the other one? You've got the 2 of rods here and the 2 of Gabriel here. And when you have 2 of, I mean, there's 78 cards in each deck. And so you manage to get 2 of the exact same cards in your 12-month reading. That tells me that this is all about building something new for yourself. And the 3 of Swords is a warning because what the things it's fallen with are just you need to make a decision. Do you have any questions, Susie?
No, that was an amazing reading. Thank you.
Everybody's envious of your reading, Susie.
Yes, I'll tell you what happened. I read a woman, and I've read her for several years, and she's a private client that doesn't know me from YouTube and stuff. She's a Dallas person. And I did the first 12-month reading of the year I did for her. On her December, she had the Fool as the major card of the month and a modifier.
Wow.
I mean, I said, I'm not sure I really want to stand next to you next December. That's kind of it.
Well, thank you, Nancy Jean. I appreciate those readings.
Well, anyway, that's how it works. And, you know, and where did I find this reading from? I don't know. I was looking for a reading to do at New Year's parties because I used to have a New Year's party I worked every year. And people would say, what's going to happen for the next 12 months? And I find a Celtic cross is very limiting if you're trying to do 12 months. So I just never found it was good for that. So I was playing with the cards one day and I said, well, what if one card was a month? And I had just gotten the Archangel Power Tarot cards, that deck. And then I always carry this little Hanson Roberts. This is when I used to be like a traveling gypsy. And I would have these in my backpack. And so I thought, well, they go well together. Their imagery is different, but it's kind of the same. And that's what I ended up doing. So,
okay. Will you let them know one more time how they can get their own 12-month reading?
Yeah, they can go to my www.crystaldirections.com and go in the store, and it's in there. And you can charge it. I mean, it'll tell you how to do it. And when you do that, it notifies me you've got another person who wants one of these. So, and I'm going to tell you guys, I can only do so many a day. And I'm going to be reading right across Christmas because one of my chillins is going to be on the road. And so we're not doing Christmas till New Year's. And I'm not sure we're going to be. My children's teeth can't stay together. I have one who she had to have a second root canal, Dr. Gail, yesterday. And it was the same root canal. They had to go in again. And so, and then the other one had a deep cleaning. And when they were deep cleaning, they found some other very small cavities. So they're going to get them now while the getting is good. So my children may not be able to eat until 2023.
And also she does 12-month readings in December and January.
Yes. And don't call me in February 1st and say, but I'm just a day off. There's a reason in my own mind that I do it that way. So just letting you know.
All right. You ready to take some questions?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Let's see who's first. These are personal readings. Question mark. Well then, what do you see for me? Health, finances, my songs. I love you to get on together. Love and blessings. Oh, okay. I think it looks like to me she just needs a general reading because she's listing everything.
Right.
Finances, health.
Well, I think I'll pull 3 cards like I did for you two at the beginning of your own reading. This is kind of tell you where you are today. and you can figure out what it applies to. And it could apply to all of those things or just a few of those things. I can't, like I said, I can't do too many 12-month readings at a time. I can't do them on Zoom. I find reading people in person is easier. The energy is easier.
Okay. It's faster to get into the energy that way. I connect with the voice, so that's how I'll get into the energy faster.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you've got your everything's happened. This is your past. Everything happened for a reason. But instead of dealing in regret, embrace the opportunities that came by going through those situations to find your happiness. Search for the silver lining. And there's a lot of us going through that. There's a lot of people right now letting stuff go. What's going to happen to you is you're going to have an excellent opportunity to learn some new things. You're going to be handed a work situation or something that's based on scholarships. It could be a nonprofit situation where you learn a whole lot of new stuff about yourself. But as you can see, this young woman is standing in a library of some sort. Looks like Hogwarts, actually. And she's got an opportunity to learn some stuff. And that's going to set you up for is you're going to be put in a position where you can help people with the truth. It's an exciting new challenge coming up to you and you have what it takes to succeed at it. Review. But if you sign up to do anything, review the contracts and see what it really says. Make sure you're not hearing what you want to hear, what they're actually talking about. But that's the only worth on this. But next to this card, these 2 pages together means you're in a new frame in your adult life where you're learning things and you can move forward with them very easily. Okay?
Okay. Well, I pulled out of the Raise Your Vibration deck.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And what I got is trust your wisdom within. And I think that goes right along with what Nancy Jean was saying trust wisdom within. So you've got to trust your own wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that goes perfectly with yours. Okay. All right, next.
Okay, we can do this. Okay, let's see about Lyra.
Wow. Let's see. Nancy Jean and Susie, I was told there would be a marriage in the near future. What you see for me in the next 6 months?
Okay. Past, present, future. Well, on the past, you've worried yourself to death, girl. You've created your own insomnia. Your worry had been unnecessary. Focus on the thoughts you want to see coming. Instead of saying, oh, why am I not married yet? See if that's really what you want to do. You can focus on that without about the proper outcome you want. Release all the feelings of regrets anytime it almost happened, any guilt or worry. Let the angels take care of that. If you call them in, they'll help you with that. And my archangel Haniel is very good for helping people when they're sort of in the dark point of their soul. So that's what you need to let go of. Now, right now, you've got the archangel Sandalphon. Go look him up. I don't remember what each one of them does, but the search for meaning in life. Consider the alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. So I think when you're coming in from where your question's based from is you I used to have an astrologer who said, oh, I could draw a chart for you and I could tell you exactly what to do and say, and you could get married at any time, but it wouldn't be the right person. So you have to find your own right person and be careful about that. But it shows you in the near future, this is great. This is the eight of Gabriel, which is the 8 of Wands, and she's flying through the air. And it says a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So if you are going to get married, it's going to happen really fast.
Yeah. Well, also, I got activation from the sacred geometry activations. What I got was ground, the root chakra that you need to ground yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately that's what I got about this marriage. Just think about it carefully. The marriage
Mm-hmm.
is coming in the near future. Ground yourself, pull yourself down and ground before and think about it. Make sure that's the right decision for you before you jump into the marriage. And it sounds like if it's coming fast, that would be
Yeah,
right.
the faster you ground, the faster it's going to work.
Right. So there we go.
Okay.
Carmela.
Yay, rah.
Hey, Tina. Let's see.
Oh, Tina. Yes, I've read Tina. This, when we do hers, it'll be the third year in a row.
Okay.
So she's a testimony. She's coming back, kids. So.
Well, I mean, if any advantage we can have to figure out what's coming ahead of us, if like me, was it September? Got to stay still, and it'll come to me, and I'll go, okay, this is what was told.
Mm-hmm.
Be prepared for it. So looks like Tina wants a reading from you.
Oh, Tina and I are old friends. No, we really are. I mean, she's been a very loyal person, and she found me when I was first. What? Well, okay. Oh God, I don't know what that was even about. My phone started really binging at me. I opened it up, and there was me on camera. I don't know who you are, but I'm not home.
Okay. Well, she wants just a general reading from you now.
Okay. I'll do a 3 card. When I first got these cards are so big, and look at my hands, And the first time I shuffled them after I took them out of the box, they flew all over my living room. And my daughter was sitting on the other side. She said, "Mom, you better get that down before you're sitting at your table. That's not impressive." But I learned how to side shuffle these. I cannot do that things people do. Then they really do end up everywhere. My hands are teeny.
What are you talking about? I mean, I shuffle like you're shuffling. What are you talking about? The other thing?
When they put their hands and they go, That's what happens when I do it.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that too.
Mm-hmm. Somebody really wants to have a video call with me, and I didn't even know my phone did that, and so it's not now. I just cut them off.
Tina's saying, Nancy turned me on to Dr. Gail and Mary, and this is wonderful. YouTube family. Yes, it is, Tina.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
See who else we got in here. I see Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn. Who else is stuck in here that I didn't see? Butterfly kisses. Hey, Vivian.
Well, this one just fell out, so.
Okay.
Oh, you're going through a big change, lady. And it's for your own good. You got the epiphany, which is joy through spiritual growth, being a light to others. Answers come through your own meditation and taking care of yourself. That's like the hermit. That the epiphany is the hermit. And the 5 of Michael is you're in a situation that doesn't serve you. Release yourself from all these attachments and outcomes and consider a more uplifting approach would follow if you went in and said, hey, this doesn't work. And so what's going to happen in the next 3 months? It says material needs will be fulfilled in magical and unanticipated ways, acts of kindness, giving and receiving with a grateful heart. And that's the 6 of coins. So there's going to be a lot of power exchange going on, but you definitely are at an epiphany point. And you're definitely at a point where you need to make a change. What'd you get, Gail?
I didn't get. She just wanted the reading for you, but I ain't gonna pull one because I think she needs one from.
You need the sane side of the family.
The same side. She needs a raise your vibration card.
Yes,
what I'm getting, and because I'm feeling her struggle right now, and I'm not sure why I'm feeling it, but I actually feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's okay to feel what you need to feel. Well, what was I talking about? Feeling. I feel what she's going through.
Mm-hmm. She's rearranged her life a couple times for family members, and actually last year was the year. What we're coming out of the 6th year numerologically, that's when the year when we've taken care of others, and now we're going into a 7-year. Go away.
They really want you.
Yeah, well, that's my doctor's office. I don't want to talk to them. Nothing's wrong with me. They just call and say, "Do you want a visiting nurse to come by?" No,
Right.
I don't take any medications. Leave me alone. Um, she's made a lot. She's made, like a lot of us, we've made decisions to support the family one way or another. This next year is a 7 year. That's a personal journey year. That's when you analyze where you are and move forward for yourself.
Yeah, or I would say how I describe it. I feel the angst.
Mhm.
That's what I'm
She's
feeling.
made a lot of changes, and you kind of go, "Oh God, none." You wouldn't know anything about that, Dr. Gail. Oh God, none of the change.
Nothing but changes.
Mm-hmm.
And moving
Where
around
else
the
you going?
country.
What was that, Susie?
And moving around the country.
Yes, exactly. Whole lifestyle. Okay, who's next? Hey, in-car. Kindly provide 2023 reading for me, please. Well, the whole year reading, she's not doing that right now, in-car, but she'll pull a card.
Okay. I'll pull a 3 card and we'll see what direction you're basically headed in. And this is short term. This is not the whole year. And that one fell out. Ooh. Okay. I can tell you right now, you've been going through a period where you've had opportunities to improve your plan, but you need to listen to your own intuition. Don't take other people's words for it. You picked up a bunch of junk you don't need. Face those fears and grow. And that's the immediate past. And you've done that. And the thing is, you decided, I'm not going to rely on anybody. I'm going to do it all on my own. You need to be working with other people so you don't feel so isolated. And what you need to really do, your out card's interesting. In a traditional deck, this would be called the Hangman, but in this deck, it's called Perspective. And you notice there's a better way. Pause in your reflection, insight, and dare to be different and look at it from a different angle. And my disc really did a different angle there. Okay. So what this is telling me is you've been in the shadows of the dark side of the soul. You're out of it now, but you're feeling very isolated because some of the people you used to rely on to hold you up are gone, but you can find other people and they are out there. And actually, you have other friends that are out there that you're not approaching because you want them to think that you wouldn't have a problem with that. And you need to change that perspective because those people want to be there for you. You just have to give them the opportunity to. And that'll set your 2023 to be a much better year.
My breath connects me to life. So that's going right on with what
Right.
is you need to get out there, find those people because your breath will connect you to these people, your speech, your talk. So,
Yeah, use your throat chakra, kid. Don't hold it in. Okay, who's next?
AG Covington, our reading for 2023 still open. We were just giving a sample of the 2023 readings. We will do a general reading for you, G. Covington, but you can go to Nancy Jean's website and sign up for a 12-month reading with her. So what you want to do for her? You want to do a general reading?
Yeah, I'll just do the 3-month. I'll do the 3 card of where you are right now. And I'll give you some grounding because you're almost at the end of this year. And if you've ever watched Dan Perry, the numerologist, she talks about this is the shoulder of the year when the energy's coming and it's slumping off into the new year.
Yeah, she did a show with me on that.
Mm-hmm.
Shoulder.
And that can help you see. Oh dear. Well, you had an interesting last year. You had some positive emotional experiences, and you're wanting to grow from them. And it gave you some deep and lasting spiritual insights. This is the Ace of Raphael, which is the Ace of Cups, and it gave you some lasting spiritual things. But that was lovely, except now you have to make decisions. You've seen your world in a different light, Release yourself from that which holds you back. You need to really, I think you went through a period of your detoxing from food, from bad habits, all kinds of things. But you have unnecessary worried on how you made those decisions. And you may not have made them slickly. You may have gone off and done what you're supposed to do and then slipped back. But it shows that right now you have the power within yourself to move from this dark side of the card, the kind of stormy seas, into the calm seas. And you're at the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans for relocation or travel. So I think you may need to take a geographic fix to get away from this problem.
Well, yeah, and probably need to move towards light workers. I like attract. You need to move people that are like you, that you want to
be around the people you want to be.
Yes. Okay, next. Okay, Mama Bear, I would like a reading.
Okay. I've had people ask me, how come I don't shuffle my cards more? Because if you believe in the theory that the universe is going to arrange everything the way you're supposed to see it,
that's a good card. Abundance is a state of mind.
And it is. And you have been, in the near past, you've had a lot of things that you've found by following your heart and you are really, really psychic, Mama Bear. You can trust your intuitive thoughts. And then you have the Empress, which is absolutely marvelous. And it says, this is time to act upon your plans, creativity rewarded, luxurious things coming towards you. Isn't that pretty? And your out card is, I think you've been planning a business or change of a business because you got the 3 of Gabriel. And the 3 of Gabriel, she's waiting for her ships to come in. She's seeing them come into the harbor. And it's prosperity arising from wise planning. Take the time for the next step. Optimize your plans, and they will turn out as expected. So whatever you're plotting, girl, is going to be good.
Yeah, it looks really good. Okay, next. Vivian, reading for 2023, please. Thank you. So we'll just do the 3 months that you want to do.
The 3 cards.
Yeah,
they're not months. They're states of being based in time.
Okay. Oh, your sensitivity is a gift.
We'll see what my cards say.
And look, it's got beach stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
A starfish, a seahorse.
Oh, yeah.
So your sensitivity is a gift. So embrace that, Vivian.
Okay, Vivian. Yes, she got kind of what you've got here is in the past is the 10 of Gabriel, which is the 10 of Wands, which is tossing aside an overburdening situation. This is actually a picture of Cinderella and her fairy godmother coming to get her. So you're kind of at that, in the past, you've had the Cinderella moment where you said, I'm tired of doing all the work. And it's ask your angels to be helpful, to lighten your load, working too many hours, trying hard to please others. And guess what that's led to? Right now, you're sort of doing it, but with a slightly lighter load, but you feel a little out of balance now. You feel like if I drop this, I'm going to fall over into the ocean. If I do it the other way, I'm going to land on a rock. And it's important for you to have balance, working multiple jobs and projects at once. Make work fun. I can't imagine that job's fun. But what it means is you really need to go inside yourself. You got the epiphany too. And it says, joy through spiritual growth, be the light to others, be their light, but don't be their workhorse. And answers come through your own meditation. So, you can wind your way out of this. You can find your fairy godmother to come put you in the pretty ball gown, but you have to quit carrying everybody else's loads.
Yeah, that's part of that. Sensitivity is a gift, but
that's right.
Yeah.
Its sensitivity can be a gift, but man, if you don't know how to control it, it can be a burden.
Right. Okay. All right. Next. MEJ, I would love a reading, please. Okay.
Okay.
I know, I hear you. Oh boy, this is nice. The world is blessed to have you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's a nice card. Here you go. I'm sorry, Jezebel is cranking up here.
I'd crank myself up too if you locked me in a freezer, Mom. You know?
She's having to adjust to the snow and ice and whatever.
Wow. Have you been through it? Oh, but okay. There was a huge, this in a traditional deck is the tower. And when you can see it in great detail, it's marvelous, but you see all this stuff burning, but you're over here up here observing it all. And it says, change your life. And it's like, if you don't change your life, it's going to end up like that. It's going to get changed one way or the other. A sudden revelation that offers you freedom. Break free from procrastinations. Embrace the opportunities for change. And I think you have, because I see the wheel of fortune turning in your direction, bringing you great new vibrations. New beginnings, end of delays, change in direction that will offer you happiness. And here's the happiness. You got someone's rewarding you either by emotionally supporting you or by financially supporting you. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Acts of kindness, giving and receiving. So wherever your path is headed right now, it's going to pay off.
Okay. All right, we're going to do one more reading. This will be the last one. So who's next? Hey, Patty 73. I would love a reading if possible. Okay.
She was also asking if there was a new direction.
A new direction.
New direction.
Well, we'll see. I'll see. I'm just asking about Patty's conditions right now.
You are worthy.
Well,
There you go, Patty. You are worthy.
with the dog howling in the
I
back.
know, with her whining in the background. And going to just give us a few more minutes.
Okay.
We're crossing her legs.
Okay. Yeah, you and this is in the near past, and you've gone through huge change, and that's the world. And when the world is the last in the major arcana, it means you've turned over a new leaf. You are moving into a change. And right now, it's time for celebration, abundant rewards for your own hard work. But you have to recognize it. And I also see you need to re-educate yourself. Take a good look at your excellent work. I think you don't give yourself credit for what you do. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional training. I think there's something you found out you're really good at, and you want to study it more. And that came out of wherever you were. I think you were locked in either a dead end job or a job where that's even worse than dead end, when they figure out you're the only person who knows how to do it, so they won't let you advance. So, and you are now getting together with people who can help you do that. And you're going to be offered in the near future a chance to expand your skills, which I think will make you very happy.
And,
okay.
All right. Thanks, Nancy Jean. Thanks, Susie. And thanks, y'all, for tolerating Jezebel here. I see y'all saying background music and poor baby and love doggy singers. She is certainly that. But anyway, thanks for joining us today. And we will see you on Monday for the Solaris Healing Center. So anybody who's having any health issues, physical, mental, just come join us at 12 o'clock Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern time. And thanks again, everybody, for joining us. All right. Bye-bye. Later.